Let's continue with look development of the dragon. After modeling the hair cards, it's time to apply some textures. I have created some grooves inside Maya using XGen. I'm going to render using orthographic view from the top in 4K square resolution in Arnold. Going back to Model Designer, for the haircut workflow, we need to lay out the UV first. It is best to lay out UV in Model Designer since all the 2D patterns can also be treated as UV shells. For the face, I would like to maintain the layout, so I'm manually arranging the shells to a square. Select the UV shells, right-click and fade 0 to 1. Select the remaining UV shells and use the automatic UV packing feature to fade to 10 UV coordinate. For the hair card, since I have created 5 types of groom, I'm going to stack similar length strips together and separate them into 5 rows. Assign the texture maps to the corresponding channels, and change the rotation of the texture map to 0. Texture mapping method also need to be changed from repeat to unified. Stretch the UV shells to fit the groom. For the dragon whiskers, it is also modeled in Maya and exported to OBJ files. Import the OBJ file to the scene as trim for object type. Use the glue function located on the top right corner of the gizmo to constrain to the cloth. And fix the rotation. Do the same for the right whisker. Select them and change the color to red and material type to velvet. Let's test if the constraints work. Start simulation and drag the nose pattern. The trim moves with the cloth. This can create natural wiggle animation during animation caching. Next, let's work on top stitches. Open up top stitch window and toolset. Use free top stitch tool. Double-click on a point to add top stitch to the entire line. There are 6 different top stitches comes with Model Designer. I'm going to use overlock top stitch and increase the width, length, and thickness, and also change the color. You can download more styles of top stitches from the Connect store or register your own OBJ file to be used as top stitches. For the eyelid, I'm going to apply diamond satin top stitch downloaded from the Connect store. Change the color to gold and material type to silk. Apply the same top stitch used for the eyebrow to the nose patch. And use the right top stitch downloaded from Connect store for the lip. Offset the side pattern edges to internal lines. Remember to check Extend option in the pop-up window. Apply overlock top stitch at both internal lines and pattern outlines. And change to different colors to make it more decorative. For the skin of the head, I'm going to use the flicker tartan fabric substance material. You can find it from the substance folder in the library. In the custom properties, increase the pattern size and change the colors. I have modeled the bones for the body in Maya, rigged and animated to pose the dragon. The reason why I use discs as bones, it is based on real-life reference. In Dragon Dance, the body also have discs as support structures. A pole is attached at the bottom of each disc, and the person is controlling the pole to perform the movements. The animation is exported as Olympic cache to be imported to Model Designer. In Model Designer, import the Olympic cache to the scene. We can visualize the animation in Animation Editor. Create a circle pattern with the same diameter as my model in Maya. Place the circle pattern on top of each disk geometry. After all the circle patterns are laid out in 3D window, use Paint tool to paint all the points at the edge of each circle. Right-click on one of the pane and choose Attach all paints to avatar to constrain to the animated mesh. Model a rectangle piece with the circumference of the circle for the width. The height is going to be 1000 mm since I translate each disk 1000 mm apart in Maya. An easy way to assist with layout in 3D is to create my own arrangement point. Go to Main menu, Avatar Editor. In the Arrangement tab, add a new board. Place it in between two disks and rotate it. Increase the length X and Y. Also add a point and assign it to the board we just made. Turn on Arrangement Point. Select the rectangle piece and click on the arrangement point we just made. Sew the pattern to the circle. Change the fabric preset to nylon canvas and simulate. Copy and paste this pattern multiple times to fill the entire dragon body. After the modeling is finished, I'm using the animation editor to simulate the transition to pose the dragon. Make sure all the paints are attached to the avatar. Change simulation quality to animation stable and turn off ground collision and gravity. Let's also increase air damping to 3 and scene time warp to 2. After that, just simply click the record button and let Model Designer cache the simulation for you. Here is the completed animation cache. And the dragon is posed and ready for export.